It's up to you. Here is the choice. Worship me alone or ascribe partners to me. But know the consequence of your actions. Know that your choices have consequences. Allah is just. We have to understand. Every person must understand God, Allah, the Creator, is the most just. He never does any injustice to His servants. He never does any injustice to His slaves. He is perfectly just to us. If He punishes us, it is from His perfect justice. If He rewards us with paradise, you know what? We can never do anything to deserve paradise. No. However much work you do, you can never deserve paradise through your deeds. The Prophet ﷺ said, no one will go to paradise because of their deeds. Not even you, Messenger of Allah. No, the Prophet said, ﷺ, not even me unless Allah bestows His mercy upon me. Meaning paradise is because of Allah's mercy. Now, Allah gives His mercy to those people who obey Him. Allah gives His mercy to those people who follow His guidance. Allah gives His mercy to those people who ask for it and seek it. So if you seek Allah's mercy and you seek Allah's forgiveness and you follow Allah's path, Allah will be merciful to you and put you in paradise. But if you rebel and you deny Allah and you insult Allah and you choose to live a life of disobedience to God, then the criterion according to Allah of what is good and what is evil, of what is right and what is wrong, of what is the good manners and the bad manners, is whether you obey Him or not. That is the criterion that Allah has sent down. He is the creator of the heavens and the earth. He is the one who decides from His wisdom and His knowledge. So this is Allah, the merciful, the just. Allah in the Quran is always giving beautiful examples. Beautiful examples for a person who has intellect, who can think, to understand by them the truth of what He has revealed. And I have taken some example from the Quran and from the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, but I applied it to a modern context. So let me ask all of you a question. If you have a business, you're a businessman, and you have a business. In your business, you employ people to work for you. Yes? What if you are paying someone? You're paying them money to work for you, and then you discover all the time you were paying them, that time they were using to actually work for someone else. Does this person still deserve a job? Or does this person deserve to be fired? Okay, there's no doubt. This person deserves to be sacked, to be fired. They have committed an act of injustice. You pay them and they work for someone else. Allah created you and Allah gave you life. And Allah feeds you and clothes you. And you worship someone or something other than Allah. What do you deserve? What do you deserve? You know, a friend of mine, he said, if you don't want to worship Allah alone, find a place where you can breathe air that's not Allah's air. Find a place where you can eat food that's not Allah's food. Find a place where you can find drink that's not Allah's drink. Go see if you can find it if you don't want to worship Allah alone without any partners. Will you find such a place? You will never find such a place. Surely la ilaha illallah. There is nothing that is truly worthy of worship except Allah. On the day of judgment, a man will stand in front of Allah. And Allah will say to him, if you had everything in the earth, all the wealth of the earth, and you had it twice over, will you ransom it now to save yourself from the hellfire? This man will say, yes, my Lord. Yes, my Lord. Allah will say to him, I asked you for less than that. I asked that you should worship me and worship me alone and not make any partners and not make any rivals with me. That is all Allah is asking. That we should worship Him and worship Him alone and not make any partners or rivals with Him. Let me give you another example. Let's go back to the business. Imagine you had someone in your business and you asked them to paint your office white. Now you have a special reason. You have hired the best designers. You have a special reason. And anyway, you say, paint my office white. And that person paints the office bright pink. Will you be happy with that? Will you? You said to him, paint it white, and he paints it pink. You say, why did you paint it pink? I told you to paint it white. Oh, I thought pink would be nicer. I thought pink would be nicer. I paid you to paint the office white. Why did you paint it pink? This is the example of the person who works for Allah, believes in Allah, but they don't worship Allah the way that Allah told them. They think they can invent their own way to worship Allah. They can invent their own religion. Do you think Allah will accept that from them? Certainly you will never accept that. You will never accept that from anybody. Except maybe you are ignorant. But Allah is not ignorant. Allah knows what He wants from us. He knows what is best for us. When He commands us, it is possible that I as a boss could make a mistake and the painter might know better than me. This is not possible with Allah. Allah, it is impossible that Allah will guide us with anything except the truth and what is best for us. So how then will you expect a reward from Allah and blessings from Allah when Allah commands you with something and you do something different? This is the example of the person who believes in God, in Allah, but they worship Him any way they fancy. Let me give another example of the business. Imagine in the business, you decide, I am going to now restructure the business. I need a new management team, and I need some new rules in place in order to help us keep up with present-day technology. So you send a new manager, and the new manager gives new instructions about how everyone should behave in the office, what are the new rules in the office, what is the new way of behaving. Imagine half the people in the office say, no, we're not going to follow the new rules, we're going to stick with the old rules that were there before. Do you think you would accept this from your people? Would you accept that from them? Would you? I don't think so. And imagine these people who said, no, we're going to follow the old management system. We're going to follow the one that came before. We don't want this new one. Even though the boss has sent the manager to re-implement it. No. And imagine they're very nice. They make tea for everybody. They look after the old ladies. They're very nice. They're very kind. They're very good. Would this be any benefit for them? Would it do anything for them? No, in fact, you may even consider these people to be more troublemakers. At least if they were, rebelling and open and they were saying, no, we're not going to do it, but they're being nice and they're trying to bring everyone to their point of view. We're going to try and get these people who follow the new management system to come back to follow the old one which the boss has cancelled. Can you guess what this is the example of? This is the example of Allah sending a new prophet. And the new prophet has come with a new book and a new religion. But the people say, no, I'm going to stick with that old book and that old religion that was sent before. And they even try and bring the people out of Islam back to Christianity or Judaism, a'udhu billah. Is this good or is this evil? You tell me in the sight of Allah, do these people deserve His reward or do they deserve His punishment? You just have to look into your own life. You just have to be sensible. And you see the example is there before you.